Welcome to Intuitive Wisdom Tarot. My name is Jen. I'm so glad you found your way. We're going to use tarot to check in with emotional weather so you can move through your life with intention to manifest your best life. So tap that like button if you're ready to feel into the energy of March, because this month she's layered. March is a bridge month. We begin in Pisces season, which is soft, intuitive, emotional, deeply spiritual. Pisces energy asks, where are you being called to surrender? What needs compassion instead of control? Are you listening to your inner voice, or are you drowning it out with noise? Pisces brings dreaminess, healing, creativity, and forgiveness. It's the part of you that wants to journal at midnight, cry during a song, and believe in miracles again. But it also asks you to release what you've outgrown. This is the end of the zodiac. It's completion energy, emotional closure, and soul detox. Then we shift. Hello, Aries season, the start of a new zodiac year. And Aries does not whisper. Aries is fire, it's initiative, it's courage, it's let's go energy. After all that Pisces reflection, Aries says, okay, now what are we actually going to do about it? Aries brings bold beginnings, action, self-trust, leadership. It reminds you that you are allowed to take up space. Start the thing, speak up, choose yourself. So March feels like the first half. Feel it, release it, forgive it. And then the second half, claim it, move on it, initiate it. This is a month of emotional clearing followed by brave action. So as we move into this reading, I would like you to ask yourself, what dream am I ready to stop just dreaming about? And what part of me is ready to be reborn? Let's see what the cards want to say for March. So, earth signs, let's jump in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set these here. We're going to start with a wisdom of the oracle to get a general message for the month of March for earth signs. Let's see what we are getting for you. All right, thanks, Spirit. And we are getting for you between worlds. This is an interesting energy, especially for this month. We're stepping out of the end of our year, our astrological year, and we're stepping into our new. And in fact, that's where you're here. You're between the worlds. So you have one foot that's still in that old world and one foot that's still in the new, or hasn't even started. You're right between it. So let's see what the wisdom of the oracle has to say about this. This is number 3. All right. Essential meanings. Transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness, no man's land. The oracle message is, between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is the time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eye of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. Ooh-wee, that is a big message. So, earth signs, you are between worlds, okay? You have planted some seeds, and you are right in that point of some things are starting to sprout, but some things haven't, because there is an essence of you needing to integrate some of those lessons and you needing to be here present so that you can like think about what's that next step. Big energy to start our read. Beautiful. All right, we're going to jump into tarot. All right, let's see what we are getting for you, earth signs. All right. Thank you, Spirit. All right, our first card is the energy that you are embodying or needing to embody as we move into this month of March. Second is what you are meant to co-create with the universe. Next, the energy you should lean into. And the last is our advice from Spirit. And woo-wee, excuse me, you have 3 major arcanas right here. And an Ace of Cups. So there is some real big universal themes that you are really needing to focus on. And we'll get a little deeper into that. But there's also a brand new start. So right now, there's just really this energy of you're between worlds, so ground in the present moment. That's a big message coming through. Ground in the present moment. Now, underneath it all is the Page of Pentacles. This is a messenger card. This is an energy. It's young, it's fresh. It's saying, I'm ready. I'm ready to take on the world. I have all of the things I need right here. I am moving forward with my pentacle. I'm going to learn the things I need to learn. I'm going to do the things I need to do. And I am building. And this, pentacles are our slowest energy. So this energy is really saying you're in it for the long haul. So again, some of those things, the seeds that you have planted, things are starting to take sprout. They're starting to come forward. You are continuing to nourish them and needing to nourish them. And that's with you. Nourish yourself, nourish your body, nourish your environment, because that's what's going to help you as you're continuing to shift into this new world. But this is underneath it all, just this fresh, new, young, like I'm going for it type of energy. It's a great energy to have underneath it all. Now, the energy you are needing to embody as you walk into March is the Ace of Cups. This is brand new beginnings, and it's brand new emotional beginning. This is the holy grail of tarot. This is a card of the heart of tarot. It's all about our emotions, our cup overflowing. And in fact, you have the hand of Spirit saying, I'm giving you a brand new start. Now, this is just a start. This is a new seed. This is just that start, that sprout. What comes past or forward after this is all determined by you. So you have this fresh new energy and you have this fresh new experience that's coming through. And because you're in between worlds, there is a part of you where, yes, tap into what were the lessons learned? What was the emotional foundation that was created from this last cycle? And with Pisces energy, when we're thinking about the beginning of the month, this is an energy to start the month that's perfect. Saying, I have these new fresh energies coming through, this new fresh emotional world that I'm being handed. So I need to make room for that. What are the things that no longer serve me? What's the new part of me that wants to be reborn? Okay. What dream am I dreaming that now it's going to give me time to start doing something different? This is the energy that you are in. So it's really integrating that body, mind, spirit. Like, how and what do I want to do? And what do I need to clear out so I can bring this through? And so Spirit is really saying, I'm giving you a handout. Not because I'm giving you a handout because I think you need one, but it's because this is where you have done the emotional work. This last cycle, it was not an easy cycle for you earth signs. There was a lot of in fact, I'm getting the Tower. There was a lot of shakeups. There could have been breakups. There could have been breaking out, breaking free, quitting. I mean, not quitting because you're a quitter, but quitting because that old part of me was in that old environment, and I don't fit that anymore because I have shifted, and there is this shift. It's a shift in you, and it's a shift in the environment. Okay, there's a whole big divine timing that's going along with that. And so this energy is what you are walking into the month of March with. Brand new beginning. Okay, ground into that present moment. Look at gratitude. Look at and feel into your senses. In fact, using some grounding exercises with our senses. So like identifying 5 things you see. If, in fact, go out into nature. That was one thing that was just said in my mind. Go out into nature. What are the 5 things you see? What are 4 things you hear? What are 3 things you can feel? What are 2 things that you can smell? And what is 1 thing that you can taste? Right? Those are our 5 senses. Now, don't go out tasting plants and things like that, but I mean, imagine, like, what would that taste like when you think about rain? I just got rain. Like, what would petrichor, that smell, what would that taste like? It would be hydrating and freeing. So please be safe if you're going to go do anything like that. But again, you want to tap into your senses. And maybe it is, I go have a picnic. I mean, we are shifting. March is the end. Like, when we think about our winter's ending, March is starting of spring. So this very well could be, now I'm going to go do some spring hikes. Maybe I go to the park and I have a picnic and I enjoy the new buds on the trees coming out. I enjoy the warming weather. Okay. So this is that energy that Spirit is saying it's time to go. Now, what you are meant to co-create is movement. Taking control. So when we think about the Chariot, so we start at the Fool's journey, and the Fool goes through all of this energy. This is card number 7. And so you have come and you have matured and you have done things. And now you are shifting into like this more mature part of you. You're meant to co-create the next and go down that path. So this is an energy that I really feel is going to be initiated when we come to the end, or the closer to the end part of March. This is an initiation. This is a moving forward kind of card. Aries is a moving forward. It's an initiative you need to initiate taking steps on creating. Okay, Aries is a fire, and so there's a fire that is being stoked. And so in between worlds, this is that bridge month. Utilize that energy. The universe is saying, heal what needs to be healed in that first half, in that Pisces energy, and then get moving, get started, get going in that second part into that Aries. And through this, it's to balance, okay, to create balance, because this, again, this energy that's underneath it all is this slow or slower moving. It's I'm building, but I'm taking those steps. I'm being methodical, I'm being routined, and I'm building something that is going to be very, very grounded. And that is where you are needing to co-create this balance, co-create taking control, and really knowing where and how I'm shifting and moving my chariot. Now, this is also an energy of being spiritually guided, being guided to moving off from maybe places that were very comfortable and stable and sturdy, right? And it's not because now it's time, because it's crumbling again. Please know, for earth signs, but it's because you have built a stability within yourself. You have built a grounding with you as earth signs. Like, you have been able to really understand, I think, through all of the stuff that you have been through this last cycle, this last world. And that's what Spirit is really saying. Take those lessons. Those hardships were for you to build the strength and the courage and the understanding of how you're going forward, right? How you were really literally taking motorcycle lessons, right? And if anyone's ever ridden a motorcycle, like, it's not, I just get on it and I'm like, ooh, it takes some time. Like, you have to learn how to balance. It's same thing like riding a bike. So you were going through that training part of knowing how to stop and start, how to use that clutch, how to know how to use my hands. Like, I have to take my hands to do a signal if I'm using that. Same type of thing. This last cycle was that lesson. It was that playground of you learning the things that you needed so that you can get onto your bike. You can balance and you can go forward and go forward fast. Right? And not like fast because I'm rushing, but fast because you have the grounding, the footing, the lessons, and the know-how to continue to move forward. So that is what you are co-creating with the universe. Now, the energy you are needing to lean into is bossing up energy. This is the Emperor, and this is your inner boss. Okay, you are not here to compete. You are here to rule your kingdom, rule your empire. Okay, this is the empire you've built. So the energy you need to lean into is that energy of your environment. So think about your house, think about your work, think about, this could very well be, maybe you are moving in with somebody, and you're combining households. That could be something that, again, structure your environment to help support you. This could very well be maybe, again, bossing up at work. The energy you are to lean into is taking more of a leadership role. Maybe some of you are becoming fathers, becoming mothers, becoming parents. This is a very parental energy. And again, it's really saying that you are your own leader, and you being the leader and really leading in grounded ways, emotionally, physically, environmentally, spiritually. I mean, the Emperor is really all of the kings combined. Okay, he is top dog. And that is where you're at. You're really bossing it up. And so the energy to lean into is your own inner leader. And if you're not there yet, okay, this is a big message for some of you. The universe really wants you to write, and again, write or create something that where you are able to demonstrate your own leadership. So it could very well be I'm rewriting my own narrative, okay, my own narrative on who I am, how, like, bossing it up. Maybe it is I am becoming a project manager. It could be something that you do within, maybe I'm planning a family trip. but it's where you're showcasing your leadership, not because you're trying to prove it to others, because you're trying to prove it to yourself. You have what it takes. And there's a confidence level that the universe is asking you to lean into, earth signs. Lean into that internal fire, okay? This is an air, not an air. It is a fire. It's a very fiery energy. Lean into that internal fire. And so again, that is really a part of the universe is saying this is going to probably be a second half of March when you're starting in that Aries phase. Okay, step out, bold, assertive, knowing how. And if you're not there yet, use the first half of March to heal those wounds, to break those energetic cords, to use, and again, you're in between worlds, so you have this really nice energy that you can really work with. So heal what needs to be healed that first half of March, using that Pisces energy, releasing, again, really thinking about how do I want to be reborn, and then lean into the energy of Aries season come the second half of March and become who that is, because you have it all inside you. That's the universe wanted me to say, you have it inside of you. It's really important that you utilize your own talents and skills and your own confidence. So that's the energy to lean into. Now, advice from Spirit is there's a very spiritual energy here. So again, we know with Pisces, there's a deeply spiritual energy that there will be a part of that you will be utilizing as you move into this month. For some of you, you might need to look up some universal laws. So like the law of attraction, the law of dualities. There are some universal laws that one, you are needing to learn more. Okay, because this is what we call the teacher card, or the counselor, or the spiritual leader, because that is where there's a lot of you out there that are going to be in spiritual leader roles, whether that's through traditional practices, like when we think about religion, you could become priests or different types of spiritual leaders, or you could work in maybe becoming Reiki masters or yoga masters or any of those type of things. You could literally, some of you, and this is where it's at, if you're wanting to go back to school to become a teacher or to become a counselor or a therapist, this card and this universe is saying, do that. Okay, this is the time to do that. And it would be the time where heal what you need to heal. And then second half, that's the step you take. Use that Aries energy to go for it, to initiate it, to do it. Okay, maybe that's part of that dream. Maybe that's what you want. That's what you've wanted to do for a very, very long time. And this is that time if you use that energy. Again, you're in between worlds. Look at all of the things that you've learned. Okay, maybe you've, I'm getting this could be very specific for somebody, but you have been on a healing journey because there has been an addiction. And that's the story, and that's what you use to help serve others. And maybe you're a mentor, maybe you're an AA mentor, maybe you are, again, working with maybe big brothers, big sisters, and you are being a mentor for younger, troubled youth, or again, maybe you're stepping foot into going back to school to become a counselor. But the universe is really, the guidance right now is saying you need to utilize your talents and become that leader, not only here, okay, that CEO, but that spiritual leader too. There's a healer, there's a big healer energy. And for many of you earth signs, that is what you're going to be starting. When you're stepping into this new world, you're going to be stepping in healer energy. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, we are going to end our read with an inspiration card. Let's see what inspiration is for you. Oh, there we go. For you for the month of March. Focus on peace and love. Anticipate a world at peace. Expect health, abundance, and love in your life and in the lives of all others. Know that for every act of apparent evil, there are a million acts of kindness, and that's where you need to focus your attention. All right, so focus on that love and peace. You're walking into a brand new world. You're stepping foot into it, and you are the co-creator of your world. When you focus on peace and love come back. And that is where, if you are starting to drift back into this mindset of, oh, it's just bad out there, or man, that was evil, or those are the thoughts. When you start doing that, start looking at all of the different acts of kindness, and you be that change that you want to see. Maybe you are the act of kindness. All right, earth signs, that's what I have for you for the month of March. Please like, consider subscribing, and leave me a comment. I love connecting with you. Until we meet again, with much love and appreciation, be well. Bye-bye.